today this wonderful, wonderful press conference. One of the greatest phone calls I've ever received was last night when the chief calls and says, "Mayor, we're on the way to pick him up." I knew that the announcement today of what the progress in the case, of the rape cases here in Troy, is going to be something that is going to hopefully calm the fears that we have in our city. It's going to make our city more comfortable, and we know our police department here and affiliated with all the university and all of the law enforcement in Pike County has brought this thing to fruition. I want to say on almost daily briefings from the chief, I know how hard they worked. I know what they did to try to put this case to rest and make an arrest in this case. And I am absolutely amazed at the stress they went through, the roadblocks they overcame, and to get this to this fruition. At this time, I want to call on Sergeant Benny Scarborough, our Public Information Officer, for an official report.
Thank you, Mayor. Last night at approximately 9:30, the Troy Police Department arrested Andre Lamont Ellis, 35 years old, from Troy. He's charged with 2 counts of rape first degree and 1 count of burglary second degree. Ellis has been processed through our jail and is now in the Pike County Jail. You see a number of people here today, and in one way, shape, form, or fashion, they all had a part in bringing this to, as the mayor says, to the fruition that we have here today. But I'd like to call on our Chief of Police, Chief Jimmy Ennis.
I'd just like to thank everyone who was involved in this investigation. Certainly the university was a huge asset. Pike County District Attorney's Office, really our whole police department, from the patrol units to dispatchers, and certainly the detective division. Everyone did an excellent job. Whatever their job was, they handled it very efficiently and very professionally. We had the opportunity yesterday morning to refocus our investigation and to sit down and really start all over and review everything we had done from the very beginning. And that led to some new developments in the case yesterday, which led us to where we are today. We're very pleased to be able to bring some closure, not only for the victim, but for, all of the city of Troy. And, this is due to hard work, believing, not giving up. But I think more importantly than that, it's about 2 very courageous young ladies. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. I want to mention just a few people that are here today that played a very important role in this investigation and assisting us with this investigation. Over on my left, your right side, Dean Herb Reeves and Chief John McCall from Troy University. Helped us, been down here with us, and I guess cried with us some. But it's been great. Also from Troy University's Cliff Lust. Proud to have Cliff here today. Also from the 12th Judicial Circuit District Attorney's Office, investigator Bruce Bruce Matthews, and 88, John Fong. And of course, our own local people, Captain Danny Barron, who's in charge of our Criminal Investigation Division, or our CID, or Detective Division. And of course, the Chief and the Mayor. And we're so proud to be able to bring this news to you today. And when you get back, you'll all have one little thing. You have a fresh email, well, you have the email, but you'll have a new mugshot. So, y'all look for that. If I don't have your email, you need to get with me so I can give you that, give it to you, all right? So, I'll take care of it for you. Okay? Thank y'all, and we'll open the floor for questions now.
Just,
Anyone that wants to answer, just what can you tell us about Ellis? What did he do for a living, his background, anything that you're able to release at this time?
do you mind saying it at the podium for the mic?
Y'all, Danny, come on with one, please.
We know he's a local business owner. Other than that, being what you already have, I don't think I have a lot more to add to that.
And he's from Troy.
He is.
Was this, can you tell us if this was random or if he had come in contact with these ladies before?
I would rather not discuss anything that detailed about the case.
Was there a military background, or did he currently serve in a reserve or a guard post?
I have heard that he had served in some manner with the military. Yes, we're very pleased, and we're very confident.
I know that you said that the two young women were brave and that they were able to help you guys. Can you tell us? I mean, nothing specific about them, but how they're doing. Are they able to? Have they been able to move on a little bit, or to have you talked to them since making the arrest?
We have. I think they're doing as well as they possibly can. I know they're receiving help. Two wonderful families. A lot of support.
Were there any tips? Like, is anyone going to be getting that reward?
Well, I don't think I'll discuss that either. I'd really rather not comment on that at this time.
What was it that made the final piece come in place to make you figure out that this was the guy that we wanted?
Just refocusing our efforts, and I hate to say starting over, but we did refocus our efforts, and everybody worked together, and as a result of that, and as a result of revisiting some things, then we were able to develop the leads that eventually led us to this point.
I think the most important part about this entire investigation, and I've had the opportunity over the years to be involved with a lot of investigations, and I think that the Chief has already mentioned, and this is probably the most important aspect of it, is the focus of this investigation was never lost. We might not have been sure about a lot of things, but our focus, what our direction was never lost. And our direction is basically in one direction, and that's putting the person in jail who committed this crime or crimes. And that focus, I can assure you, was never lost by any of these guys up here, and especially his group. I can assure you that. I'm so proud of it. And there's one other, can I say one thing, because there's one, when y'all are editing this together, I'm sure, please put this department if you can. Troy University's IT department played an integral part in assisting us. And I just want to make sure that we give them credit because they assisted us and helped us. And they're right here. So, please,
How did they assist you?
well, we can't get into I said it was the IT department, so you got a good idea.
How long have you been looking at Ellis from the time he was suspect to the arrest?
We were aware of him, and, you know, he was on our radar, and, we're glad that we're at the point we're at.
Did you guys sleep a little better last night when you finally got to go home?
About 1 a.m., yeah.
I tell you what, I learned, I think, Dean Reeves was telling me this earlier today, is that he had a call from a parent this morning saying thank you. You know, that's what we do for a living. It's not about anybody up here. I can assure you that.